What's good, family? It's your man the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, big boy 50 bucks coming through. Gaza James, boosting the coin, 100%. YB, why you got a big fluffy looking ass jumper on? No, listen, end of the day, man, bills have tripled out here, yeah? Clothes must go on, heating must stay off, no doubt about it. So we got some breaking news right now regarding your man's Tyson Fury, who has officially leaked his new opponent after officially cancelling to Anthony lost you a fight yesterday at 5 p.m. when his fake looking ass deadline expired. Fury posted the following. Looking forward to fighting another bodybuilder. Looking forward to fighting a different bodybuilder who actually wants to fight and has fire and desire. Mahmoud Shah has fought some of the best fighters and now stepping up again. Get in there, Shah. Wow! This guy, Fury, man. Listen, I've been telling you, man. What this guy does in the ring, that's one thing. What this clown does outside the ring is despicable. Yeah? And really, I blame the man. Because let's not forget, people, I'd have a lot more time for Tyson Fury, yeah? If he came out and said, listen, people, I'm not the greatest of all time. I'm just trying to make a whole bag and fight bums. Do you know what I'm saying? I can work with that. But the fact he prances around, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread, I'm the greatest ever. There's not a man born from his mother that can beat me. If that's the case, you don't be fighting Mr. 60 rank Mahmoud Shah. Yeah? Shah has done nothing for the last 15 years, that's a fact. The last time Mahmoud Shah was relevant, Vitaly Klitschko was having a go on him. That's a fact. And that was 10, 15 years ago. What are you doing dragging out a granddad? What are you doing? What's this about? And the way Fury's trying to spin it, listen, I'm the first person to mug AJ off. AJ is no good. He's useless. That said, all jokes aside, yeah, as bad as AJ is, Mahmoud Shah is 10 times worse. Do you understand? Let's not get twisted here. This really isn't one of them ones where you can say, well, YB, Mahmoud Shah's not got a name, but he's better than AJ. Listen, even on AJ's worst day, we know AJ is mentally broken. Yeah? Even on AJ's mentally broken worst day, he would knock out Mahmoud Shah. Maybe not. Tell a lie. Maybe he would knock him out, but he'd win, definitely. He'd win the fight. I see no chance of Mahmoud Shah beating AJ. So if I see no chance of Mahmoud Shah beating AJ, and I see no chance in AJ beating Fury, how is Fury fighting Mahmoud? It's shocking. And like I said, part of me blames Fury, and the other part blames the governing bodies. I've been saying for a while, I believe mandatories should become every 6 months. This 1 year business, what does that mean then? We have mandatories once every year. Well, does that mean for the rest of the year they can either not fight or they can fight bums? That's basically what they're saying. Mandatories should be every 6 months. And guess what? If you want to fight, listen, I ain't gonna lie to no one. If Tyson Fury wants to fight 3 times in a year, in my opinion, he's allowed to have a bumhood. But when you're fighting once every 18 months, as Fury's been doing, it's not acceptable to have a bumhood Shah in there. It's just not. Yeah? Get fighting every 4 months and you can slip one in there. No one really would complain. In fact, it'd be quite nice to see you out. But when you're fighting once every blue moon, listen people, let's call a spade here, yeah? Fury fought Bumillion Shite in April. He ain't fighting Mahmoud until December. That's 8 months. Damn near best part of a year. Yeah? And it's Mahmoud. Nah, man, that don't work for me at all. And you weirdo Fury fans are weird. I want to know how you explain this. Honestly, the narrative coming next for the Fury Man fans is, It's AJ's fault. It's at late notice. You can't blame him. He ain't got much time before December 3rd now. Unbelievable. I told you, man, at the time. That's what Fury would do. I said, listen, the AJ fight won't happen, and Fury will use that to spin it. Oh, look, of course I was going to pick a better opponent, but it's late notice now, and it's one of them ones. That was Fury's plan all along. That's why he couldn't wait another week. For what it's worth, wait a minute, Fury. If you're desperate to show how good you are you telling me you couldn't wait another week to see how the AJ thing goes? It's not like you got anything better going on. Bermuda Char, what the fuck? A week from now, will be the start of October. That leaves you 2 full months. You telling me Fury couldn't have waited and had 2 full months of notice? And by the way, it's not even 2 full months. Fury's known, essentially, from the start of September. He's had 13 weeks notice that the AJ fight's a possibility. Oh, there's not much time. Deadline. Why is Fury even made up a deadline? Doesn't even make sense. Makes me laugh as well. People say things like, YB, it's AJ's fault. He ducked and AJ just signed the contract. Listen. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence have been negotiating. And by the way, Terence Crawford has no deals. Do you understand? Terence Crawford he doesn't even have a promoter at the moment. Terence Crawford's a free agent. And still, Mr. Free Agent Crawford, with no obligations. Him and Spence have been negotiating for literally 4 months. AJ, we know categorically, has a lifetime deal with DAZN. You know what I'm saying? We know Fury's got a few deals with BT and ESPN. That makes it messy, but just by nature. So wait there a minute. If Mr. Free Agent Crawford can't get a fight done in 10 days, how are we expecting AJ to suddenly get it done in 10 days? It's not realistic. I've never heard of it happening. I've never heard of a big fight happening from start to finish in 10 days. And the joke is, guess what? Back in December 2020, when AJ sent offers out to Fury, it took Fury 5 months to sign the contract with AJ. Oops. Yeah? AJ and Eddie Hearn were hunting Tyson Fury in December 2020, and Fury didn't sign, and there was all the in-between of Fury retiring, of Fury saying the fight not's happening, of Fury saying he's not doing it. It took until May, I believe, until Fury finally put his pen on the paper. It was 5-6 months. So all you Fury guys, listen. You can't have it both ways. Yeah? At the time, you people were saying, it takes time and, yeah? So wait a minute. If things can be signed in 10 days, why did AJ and Fury, why did it take Fury 5 months to find his pen in 2021? At the start, the first half of 2021. Oops, exactly. And that was 5 fucking months. AJ, whatever you say about him, he's not asking for 5 months like Fury took. He's asking for really 2-3 weeks. In my mind, a big fight can't get done in less than a month, really. So it'll be a miracle if this fight gets done in the next week. And Team AJ, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I've heard, aren't asking for anything unrealistic. If DAZN and BT just sat down on Monday, how's that a problem? How is Team AJ being problematic if the broadcasters, which are the main issue here, have only just sat down? And already you're wheeling in this guy here, Mr. Pumped Up Weightlifter number 2. Jesus. I wouldn't even mind, yes. Let's say, for example, if Fury was looking to wheel in Joyce, for example. Do you know what I'm saying? Or let's say Fury was trying to wheel in Jared Anderson. Yeah? I'd say, you know what, people, listen. I didn't really like the AJ fight anyway. At the end of the day, Fury's actually trying to prove his legacy here. Do you know what I'm saying? If Fury was trying to wheel in, a genuine contender, I'd say, listen, man, end of the day, I couldn't care for the AJ fight anyway. Is the AJ fight bigger? Yes, but Fury's on a true godly mission here. He's really trying to prove his legacy. He's fighting a top up-and-coming contender. like Joyce, like Anderson, like Ruiz, or you know what I mean, whoever. That's what he could do. Is Fury trying to do that? No. He's dug up a guy no one's ever heard of. Never heard of the guy. Never heard of him. He's done nothing in the recent times to earn the shot. He's done nothing in general, full stop, to be quite frank. Tell me Mahmoud Shah's best win. Don't know and know. And now Fury trying to gas us all up. Yeah, check these bars out. Fought some of the best fighters. You mean he lost to some of the best fighters? Fury is starting to sound like AJ. That's what AJ Man fans say. AJ Man fans say things like, oh, YB, AJ fought the best. AJ always fought the best. No, AJ always lost to the best. There's a key difference. Yeah, people in my book only get credit for fighting all the best, yeah, if they win some and they lose some. If you're going into the best fights and losing them all, that's not worth nothing. You're essentially a top-level journeyman. Yeah? So no, AJ and Mahmoud Shah haven't fought some of the best. They've lost to all the best. Yeah? Simple as that. AJ lost to Mr. Blobby. He ran around the ring for Mr. Blobby. Yeah? He got his head boxed off on Mr. Middleweight. So don't tell me about how he fights everyone. No, he loses to everyone. And Mahmoud Shah is even worse. Yeah? Mahmoud Shah hasn't got a W in God knows when. This is a disgrace and an abomination to the sport of boxing. It really is. Despicable. And it makes a mockery of the sport. It really does. If Fury is half as good as he says he is, he should be fighting a contender right now. Because again, it's not like he's fighting, YB, he's fighting every 4 months. You know, it's not possible to fight top competition every 4 months. Also bear in mind, people, the fact that Fury didn't take a scratch in the Dillon White fight. If there was ever a time for Fury to go in back-to-back hard fights, or good top quality fights, it was now. He didn't take one punch versus Dillon White. He should have been straight back in there already, really. 6 months later, he should have been straight back in there with another contender. That's what the greatest does when he doesn't take a damage in a fight. Listen, if Tyson Fury had had a war with Dillon, fair enough. But you ain't. You ain't take a scratch. So what's your excuse? What is the excuse of the best man in the world fighting a top 60 fighter? There is none. Apart from, he is a whopper. Yeah? Bottom line, Fury is scared to fight top level competition day in, day out. That's the only explanation. If he wasn't scared, he'd be doing it. Bottom line, he just would. Because why is it Fury can fight bums, no problem? Why can't Fury replace the bums with decent level people? That's the question Fury Man fans need to ask themselves. Why does Mahmoud Shah need to be the guy? Explain. People need to explain to me why. I wouldn't even give Mahmoud Shah to Daniel Dubois, to be quite frank. Daniel Dubois with no belt, I wouldn't even give to him. That's beneath him. Never mind the lineal greatest of all time WBC champion. I wouldn't even think... Again, I would not serve Mahmoud Shah to Joe Joyce or Dubois. That would be beneath them. Yeah? And yet the man with the belt, the man who's the greatest thing since sliced bread, is fighting him. Joe Joyce is doing better things than you. Knocked out your best mate. Yeah? For example, Joe Parker is leagues above Mahmoud Shah. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? Anyway, the guy's a clown. Fury for me outside the ring's a complete clown. And the governing bodies too busy trying to suck him off rather than do their job. Govern. Your job is to govern and ensure the integrity of the sport is maintained. You don't have the number 1 guy fighting the number 60 guy. What the fuck? Anyway, smash the like button, subscribe, and your boy will be back 100%.